Hey guys, Toolman Tim here. Welcome back to the workshop where we build business, create community, find freedom, and share success. It's Wednesday morning, which means it's time for another edition of Tool Time Gear Review. And this week, I've got a wonderful one for you. I got an unboxing of a product that doesn't come in a box. I figured it was time that I showed off my new toy. I want to talk to you about this beast of a machine that looks massive and huge based on the perspective of the camera I have here. But today I want to give you my initial thoughts on my Sthil, or Steel, depending on how you pronounce it, BR800C. Guys, real quick, if you're new here, don't know who I am, want to know more about me, right there, toolmantim.co. You'll find the monthly newsletter, weekly podcast, social links, and the shop where I have well over 100 products recommended that I've used in my handyman business that have made me money or saved me money. We got a ton of categories: hand tools, cordless DeWalt gear, landscaping, painting, and my favorite, preparedness gear. So run by there, check that out. Anything you pick up, a small commission goes to help support the content I create. So thanks, guys. This is the beast, the BR800C. This is the one that I've had my eye on for a couple of years. Kind of like a little kid looking at a puppy dog in the window of a pet store. I really wanted it. I didn't last year. I stuck with my BR600s. I figured it was, I could get 2 full winters out of them, no problems at all. And it was time to upgrade to something even more powerful. So I finally pulled the trigger, went up and picked up one of these, and I'm going to get a second one next month, just before snow starts. There's 2 of us that do the blowing, and then I like to keep one for a backup, and that'll be one of my 2 old ones. So what are my initial thoughts on this? Well, first off, it has an MSRP of $900 Canadian, so it's not cheap. By the time you add a little bit of tax onto that, we're right up near 1G. So it's an investment. It's a tool. This thing will pay for itself. What do I like about it? Well, when I first picked it up, they warned me. They said, it's heavy. I thought, well, okay. The other one was heavy too. I put this on, and honestly, it's bigger. It is a little heavier, but it feels more balanced. I just love the way it fits on my back. There's one feature that totally blew me out of the water. I hope it lasts long term and works really well. But this right here is the pull cord. This is the starter right here. And once you start it once, it's warm enough. This has some sort of clutch system in it. You can start it with it on its back. Any backpack blower with it on your back. Any backpack blower I've ever used before, you always have to, if you turn it off, you got to set it down, prime it, pump it, pull it, start it. And so we would leave it running all morning while we were going from house to house. This is going to be great. I hope it doesn't wear out. It feels different. I'm just not used to it. It feels like that start assist, if you've ever used those on like the Stihl weed whippers and stuff. It's nice. It just doesn't feel right. You want to come onto it, but you're actually, have you ever watched Steve's Small Engine Saloon? He actually says pulling too hard on those can hurt them. They're actually designed to be pulled fairly lightly. So I want to show you guys, let's compare this guy right here. And this thing is as big as it looks, I gotta say. This is my BR600 right here. A little bit smaller, not a ton. So what are the comparisons? So if you guys have used, well, let me back up real quick. So back in the day when I first started running my snow removal business, I had a plastic wood-handled snow shovel I bought for $2 at a yard sale. The thing worked well, made me a ton of money that first winter. Just into the second winter, my wife's like, honey, you need to upgrade. You're going to kill yourself. So she found somebody selling a brand new in the box Poulan backpack blower. The thing could barely blow out a candle, but it was sure an improvement from a shovel, let's put it that way. And then the end of that winter, so my third winter, it was time to buy my Sthil BR600. It was around $550 at the time. I bought 2 of them, never looked back. Ran them for 2 winters, love them. They've worked great. See that little tape there? That's reflective because we're out in the dark all the time. So differences right away, if you're looking at upgrading, or if you're thinking, man, do I really want to spend the $900 on this? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I'm not sure. What do I like about it? Well, it's got a bigger overall discharge for air. I like that. It has that quick start. This is where the pull cord was before. You'd have to be awfully flexible to pull that with it on your back. As far as the actual breakdown, this weighs 25.8 pounds, the 800 does. This guy is 21.6 pounds, a difference of 4.2 pounds, about a 20% increase. So, you know, I don't know, it doesn't feel that much. Maybe after 2-3 hours of trudging around in heavy snow it will, but a 20% increase in weight is nothing to shake a stick at. You're gonna feel it after a while. So it is a little heavier, but it's taller too, so it seems to sit up a little better on your shoulders. Honestly, with a full tank of gas, to me, it doesn't feel any heavier. That I like about it so far. Heavier straps, I like that. What else do we have? Oh, let me show you this feature right here. We got to turn this guy around. So this is really neat. It has an adjustable. So if you're really short, really close to the ground, and you don't want that sticking out all the way, great. But what I like about this is it's going to make it a lot more compact for storage. That's one of the worst things about these guys is these great big long nozzles are always sticking out no matter how you try to hang them. So I like this, that it's a little compact, and it's a beast. I love it. We're going to see. I think it's going to hold up really well. So as far as how much power improvement there is in the 800 over the 600. I got to read these stats to you. I can't memorize all this. So CFM, if you guys know, cubic feet per minute, same way they measure bathroom fan, exhaust fans, that kind of stuff. CFM, the 600 max out at 677 at the nozzle. This guy, 912, 35% increase. So for a 20% increase in weight, I'm getting a 35% increase in blowing capacity, blowing power, which excites me to no end because I love this. It works really, really well. But this is going to work so much better and make my job just a little bit faster. Anything that makes me a little more efficient, can make us a little more money, can get me home and drinking coffee a little bit faster, makes me happy. The power of the blowers, and they're rated in newtons. The 600 tops out at 32, the 800 tops out at 41, making it a full 1/3 more powerful in newtons as well. So they managed to only increase the size and weight by 20%, but air and power capacity by 30 to 35%. To me, that's really exciting. They must have made some real neat changes in here. They put the word Magnum on it. I don't know what that means. Bigger, better, stronger? I don't know. So according to the technical charts, here's the other thing. When the day comes that they bring out a battery-powered backpack blower that will run for a few hours, has as much power as one of these stills, and can handle the -40 Alberta winter cold weather, I will switch because I hate mixed gas, I hate sucking in these fumes, I hate the noise, and unfortunately these are really starting to get an anti-environmental sentiment to them, and that makes me sad because these are a safety tool that we use in our area big time. But I will be, you guys know, you follow me, the minute that DeWalt or Milwaukee or Ryobi comes out with something that is comparable enough and strong enough, because there's nothing on the market yet, I have looked, I will switch because there's nothing worse than dealing with all of this and the noise. Now, the one other concern I have about these, of course, is, you know, we can only start at 6 o'clock in the morning here, which is early enough. And I still, even though I can start at 6, I don't want to wake people up if I can help it. This guy's 75 decibels. We still had a couple of complaints about it. Can't do much about it. This one is 78. So you're going to say, Tim, that's only 3 decibels more. However, like I explained in my sound decibel monitor review recently, if you didn't know, the decibel scale is a logarithmic scale. Got it on the second try that time. So that basically is like grading on a curve. And if you go up every 3 points you go up on the decibel scale, means you've actually doubled the loudness. So in theory, this guy's supposed to be twice as loud. Now, I didn't seem to think that it was. It doesn't feel like it is. So we're going to test. We're going to take it out on the back cement pad here. It's dark out, but you'll still be able to read the backlight on the decibel meter. We're going to give this a shot, and we're going to see which one of the two, well, how much of a difference there really is in the loudness. Now, it's not a completely fair comparison. This guy's been running for a couple of years, so there's a good chance it might be just a little bit louder. But I would like to know, this brand new out of the box, how it compares with loudness to this guy that I've been using for a couple of years now, because it is tough on your ears too. So hang in there. We'll go out, set this up, give it a shot, record it. We'll come back in, close up the video. Okay, so that was rather fun. I don't know how scientific that honestly was, because that other one has been rode hard and put away wet for a long time. However, it's good to know that this guy out of the box is actually running a little bit quieter than what they said, so I'm okay with that. I really found this was rather quiet, which to me, I can live with. I'm absolutely, the noise is an issue. It honestly is, and I hate it. I hate that I have to deal with it, but that was a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I wanted to take a look at the features, what sold me on this, because I really haven't used it a whole lot yet. I used it out in my driveway to clean all the leaves and debris up that's collected there so far this fall. It works stellar for that. What else have I used it? Oh, I took it and I went out, I had to mow an acreage that had a lot of really thick grass piled up around the house. This did a wonderful job, a much better job even than the 600 would have, blowing that away from the house. So that's the extent of my use so far. Let's get a month of this. Well, the next 6 to 8 weeks are going to be rather busy for me. We'll be doing yard cleanup, so we'll be doing a lot of leaf blowing, and then I'll get a month of snow blowing under, and I'll come back and give you a recap on how much I love this, because I know I'm going to. My buddy in town who also runs a snow removal business, he's had a couple of these for a while. The town's had a couple. I've had my eye on them. It was time to upgrade. I'm excited. I'm like a kid at Christmas getting to play with my new toys. So I hope you enjoyed this early look at the Sthil BR800C. I can't wait to come back and report back to you. I really hope it's as good as I expect, because so far, so good. And if you guys have a brand you like, or maybe you found something in the battery realm that might work for me, I'd love to hear. So share it in the comments below. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, stick around, introduce yourself in the comments. And you know, guys, I always love hanging out with you in the evenings. I know I always say morning at the beginning of the video, but this one was an evening shoot. I enjoyed it. I love you guys hanging out with me here in the workshop, because I know you can spend your time anywhere you want. So thank you for that, guys. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a great week.